All right, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I want to welcome you. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Natural Alternative Live Q&A. I want to welcome all of you that have been taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us for these live presentation. The live Q&A is actually a platform and a space that I want to use to deal with any issues or any concerns that persons may have as it relates to the natural alternative to what is out there. And so we invite persons to ask their questions, persons to make comments, and what we do is that we use those questions to inspire us for the upcoming shows that we have on a daily basis. And I'm trying my utmost best to do these shows at 10 a.m. in the morning, and so I want you to just be with me. Sometimes we're a little bit late, sometimes we're a little bit off, but as much as it's possible, we want to go on at about 9 a.m. each and every morning. All right, so with that out of the way, I want to give some shout out. I want to shout out to Millicent Mills. And Millicent basically took advantage of the opportunity to ask a question in about two shows back, and we didn't get a chance to answer that question, so I want to go ahead and answer that now. So I want to say, Millicent's question is, good night. Can you take pumpkin leaf tea for high blood pressure? And we have looked at that for high blood pressure. Yes, pumpkin leaf is high in potassium. Pumpkin leaf is high in potassium, and as you know, when you have high blood pressure, hypertension, it's related to high sodium, and so that potassium that is found in the pumpkin leaf helps to balance back out that high blood pressure problem. All right, so it also has lots of fiber and lots of vitamin C as well, which helps in the whole circulatory system. It also helps with heart health. So pumpkin leaf is a powerful natural alternative, and it is being used in a number of African countries and also in the Caribbean as well. So yes, Millicent, pumpkin leaf is a great herb to use in your arsenal. The dosage, what we do is we have a standard dosage, which is if you can dry the pumpkin leaf and get about a handful, so one handful of the leaves to about 1 cup boiling water 2 to 3 times per day, and that will be an excellent remedy for dealing with your type 2 diabetes, your hypertension. All right, so let me just give some quick reminders. As I said, I want to remind persons that this is a situation where we do ask persons to ask questions, and to let us use those questions to deal with. Let us use those questions to inspire us for the upcoming shows. So, when we don't get any questions, then, it's kind of challenging. It's not defeating the whole purpose. But nonetheless, I believe that we've been doing a great job. I've been exploring a number of the questions that I get on a regular basis from the persons that we see. We also want to remind you about our telemedicine service. Studies have shown, the American Medical Association, a number of other studies have shown that up to 7% of the persons that go to a healthcare facility, up to 70% of those persons don't need to actually physically go. 70% of them, their issues could have been easily resolved with a telemedicine consultation. And so we offer that service as well. We have a number of packages. We have packages for individuals, we have packages for couples, we have packages for household. The best form of natural medicine is prevention. And so what we wanted to do was to create a platform where persons would have the facility, they would have the resource to be guided. So it's not my joy to see people when they're sick. We prefer to see persons when they're in a healthy state. And so we tell persons that for what you're paying, the single package is, I believe, $24.99. For any one of those packages, you're paying for less than $1 a day to have your own naturopath 24 hours. And I want you to think of it as having your own naturopath for less than $1 a day. And that allows you to have multiple consultations throughout the month. So if it is that you had an issue, rather than just saying, I need to pay for one assessment, and we've priced it so that what you're paying for the month is even less than half of what you would pay for one consult. Plus, it entitles you to discount on the products that we have. So a great package. We encourage you to take advantage of that. We also have what we call our paid subscription membership. And that's what I was just talking about. You can. The link is in the description below. Now, I want to remind you about our upcoming event, which is our Beating Diabetes Naturally virtual retreat. It's June 15th to 24th. And that's just right around the corner. I want to congratulate those persons who are actually moving aggressively to book their spots. The Beating Diabetes Naturally virtual retreat is the first. It's the first we're having such a project, and we're excited about it. We anticipate that it's going to be filled with activities, and we'll be looking at issues, topics like alkaline meal preparations. We'll be looking at preparing for dinner, preparing breakfasts. A number of persons who have type 2 diabetes are of the belief that their solution, or that the solution is only hinged on a particular herb. I want persons to understand that this is not a condition caused by a bacteria or caused by a virus. It is caused by a lifestyle, and so it has to be addressed from a lifestyle level. You also need to understand that your medicine really should be your food, and your food should be your medicine. So without a component that deals with diet and deals with nutrition, it's going to be very difficult to deal with type 2 diabetes. And not only type 2 diabetes, but so many other ailments that underlying ailments that persons may have. We'll be looking at castor oil pack and colonic enema therapy training. That is, I call it, that is two of the most powerful therapy that any individual can actually learn to do and actually do. We're having life transformation classes, and in that life transformation classes, one of the things that I'm going to be zooming in is in what we call kinesiology, which is basically how to understand or how to interpret what your body is saying to you. Yes, the body is made to heal and repair itself. I don't know, there are sometimes, just like the animals, an animal will be poisoned, and the animal instinctively is drawn to the type of herb that they need. Instinctively, this is how persons used to find herbs in the wild. Body talks to you. Your body tells you what you need. There are some persons who are low in calcium, and the body will tell them to find calcium rock or other natural calcium foods that they feel a longing for in order to satisfy that particular need. That is called kinesiology. And if you understand it, then you can understand, literally understand, what your body is saying to you. In times of old, and as I said, natural medicine is an art form. In time of old, persons would basically go in the forest, and they would practice a particular routine, and their bodies would literally draw them to the plant they need. And I know some of you have had that experience randomly. Well, we want to share with you through our life transformation classes just exactly how to know what is it that your body really needs. And of course, we've included a link in the description below. All right. So I want to say I'm happy. We just completed our first 7 whopping episodes, and and today we'll be doing a recap of some of the products that we've looked at. We've looked at Contribo, a very powerful herb that has been proven. Anybody here who knows Dr. Sebi will know that that is one of the products that he advocates a lot. It's used in a number of his products to help the body to heal and to restore itself. So Contribo, we looked at that. We looked at the strong back, another powerful herbs, and we started looking at herbs that help men to perform or to restore their sexual performance. Because when you have type 2 diabetes, then this is one of the effects. It affects circulation, hence it affects a man's ability to gain and to stay an erection. And so we began to look at herbs that naturally restores that. So we looked at the strong back, we looked at the duppy gun, we looked at the raw moon, and coming into this week, we're going to be looking at we're looking at 10 herbs in that particular area. And at the end of the series, I'm going to share with you how to combine those herbs, to benefit from its maximum nutrients in those herbs. How to formulate, how to create a formulation based on specific measurements of each of those herbs so that it can help to boost your sex drives. And also what I've been doing is that I've been sampling these products on screen, giving you my personal feedback, and my hope is that you will get yours and give us your feedback. So there are links in the description below as it relates to getting all of these products. And those are products from our 876herbs.com catalog. Also products from our HallelujahLifestyle.com catalog. We looked at the castor oil pack, we looked at the womb cleanse, we looked at the kidney tonic, and finally we looked at the colon and parasite cleanse. So all those links are in the descriptions below. And basically, we want to take advantage of that. As I said, today's show is going to be a recap. I'm already 11 minutes into this presentation, and I want to wrap this up in about 20 minutes or so. Today's topic is how do I know when to detox my colon? The last show that we did on Friday, I spoke about basically 22 signs that you need to detox, and then I spoke about the 6 main detox types. Well, and I promised you that today I will begin to break down how to decide which of the 6 detox types you need, and that's basically those 6 detox types are recap: blood cleansing, cleansing the blood, cleansing the kidney, cleansing the liver, cleansing the colon, cleansing the lymphatic system, and also cleansing the womb. Victoria wants to know, what do I have for the central nervous system? We have a number of products, Victoria, for the central nervous system, depending on what the issue is. Most issues that relate to the central nervous system has to do with anxiety, has to do with sleep, insomnia, or has to do with involuntary movements of the body. I don't know from what perspective, but we have different products. One of them is our CBD, or nerve tonic is one of them. This is nerve tonic. This is a very powerful, this is one of the products for the nerves, and that has to do with issues like insomnia, persons that have depression. We also have, I don't have it in here, our CBD tincture. And let me tell you something, yesterday was Shabbat. I came down to my office and I took 3 drops, and that was it. I was out. I slept from about 1 o'clock to about 7 o'clock. And what I love about the CBD tincture is that when I'm on the bed, it's almost as if somebody is massaging me. Every move, every turn that I make on the bed, every part of my body that touches the bed feels as if I am being massaged. It was not just sleep, it was sleep that was sweet. And I'm telling you, that's also one of the products for the nervous system as well. We have products for pain. We have so many products, and throughout these live Q&A sessions, we will be featuring some of those products, because we are featuring products on both our catalogs, our 876.com catalog and our HallelujahLifestyle.com catalog. So I'll talk more about them. All right, so let's get into today's show. As I said, we want to keep it under 20 minutes. So how do I know when to detox my colon? And as I said, that one of the dangers with detoxing the colon is that a person can over-detox the colon, because the colon is a habitat for a number of bacteria. We call them helpful bacteria, and we have harmful bacteria. And so what happens sometimes is that when you do a cleanse, what it does is that it disturbs the gastrointestinal flora, and some of those bacteria are gone. And so what happens is that most times that a person does a colon cleanse, almost immediately, while doing it, they need to drink plenty of fluid, but almost immediately after finishing it, then they need to restore that gut balance. And a number of persons right now are into what we call foods that are fermented, and there are a number of fermented food videos out there that you can watch. Fermented foods helps to put back that gut flora. There are also foods like plain yogurt that puts back that gut flora, and a number of, but it's very important. One of the things that I see is there are some persons who believe in natural medicines, but some of those persons move from one natural care and most of the time they move from one natural care provider to the next. Each of those natural care providers will start them off with what we call a cleanse, and so that can be very harmful. Another thing is that a lot of these persons take and ingest products where there is no description, there is no labeling, and so from moving from one person to another, it is not possible. Derek Singh is asking, what do you have to heal high blood pressure? I'm going to answer that in a minute, Derek. We have a product called Cholesterol Burn. My. So many of these products are not on the shelf here. They're upstairs in our factory. But we have a product called Cholesterol Burn, and you'll hear more about that. And what it does, basically, it removes the plaque. I don't even want to go into that because I can't, I don't like to just recommend products. I like to give information because the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. And so even before we give somebody a product, we spend time to explain to that person why is it that they need a product and what the product is doing for them. All right. So, but yes, Derek, we do have products for high blood pressure. And because of what causes high blood pressure, we've brought that into the whole context when the product is being formulated so that it addresses those issues as well. All right, and then of course we have a dietary plan to help persons. But a lot of persons, as I said, that move from naturopath to naturopath will take products that are not properly labeled, end up being worse off because they end up removing too much gut flora, and that gut flora is very important because without that gut flora, then the body, everything starts from the gut. Life starts from the gut and death starts from the gut. So one of the reasons why we are starting out by looking at the colon is the major system. All right, there are 12 major systems of the body, and the stomach is at the top of that list. All right, so there's a circulatory system, there's a nervous system, there's a digestive system, there's a skeletal system. There are 12 major systems that govern the body. And when a person is not in good health, one, two, or multiple of those systems are in a very weak state. As natural health practitioners, our job is to find the weakest system. And so that is the reason why there are some persons that will come to us, and those persons may need to be built up. We spoke about the ABCD approach, the activate, build, cleanse, and direct aid approach. It's called the integrative approach. Whenever a person comes to us, there are 5 things that we need to look at and to determine how to approach that person's health condition. And so there are some persons who, in order for them to be built up, in order to build up, we have to break them down. And that's what cleansing does. That's what detoxifying does. Every detoxification is a type of breaking down. And so there are some persons who are sick and their body is in an already broken down state, and their program cannot start with detoxification. Their bodies sometimes have to start with a building up so that their health can be at a level that they can now be detoxified or broken down again. I mean, it's very important for persons to understand these principles. So every detoxification is a cleansing process. And another example is a menstrual cycle. When a woman goes through their natural menstrual cycle, it is not a good time for them to go through any detoxification process because their body is already in a broken down state, and the body being in that state is very vulnerable. And so what you don't want to do is you don't want to weaken the body, because I tell persons all the time that herbs do not heal you. All right? Herbs. It's so funny. Herbs do not heal you. No. The body heals itself. Herbs is only the natural material. Herbs is only the raw material that the body uses to help you. And so everything that we do, we pretty much have to look at the state that the body is in. You know, there's even sometimes a person is sick and they're going for a surgery and the doctor says, no, we can't touch you. You are just too weak. We have to build you up first before we can break you down. All right, so detoxification and cleansing is very important, and that is the reason why you want to ensure that you have a proper health coach, a proper practitioner that's there with you. Hey, Shaw Berger, greetings. Nice to have you. What? Greetings from hell? Oh my. All right, somebody says, I asked you over a year ago for chelation recipe. You said you would share. All right, I'm going to share that with you. Here's the thing, guys. Sometimes I'm so busy that it's not even possible for me to remember to return calls. And I know that's one of the things I hate about what I do, but I found a way to resolve that. And what we have done is that we have created what we call a free consultation platform, where persons can go ahead and they can schedule a consultation. That consultation goes right into my diary. It goes right into my calendar. That's linked to a reminder. And so that kind of helping, hey, thank you, Schauberger. That kind of helped me to stay on track. So just take advantage of that. The free consultation link. All right, purchase the herb grinder. All right, so I'll address that. I'll share with you just how you can clean the herb grinder. All right, but today I want to talk about how to know when to clean the colon. And one of them is that you have experienced excessive weight gain, especially if that weight is over 9 kilograms. What happens is that whenever there's high body toxins, it slows down your body metabolism, leading to weight gain. And struggling to manage that high toxin content prevents the toxins from reaching vital organs. So what the body does is that the body expands the fat cells to absorb some of those toxic overload once it is created. And these fat cells are very difficult to eliminate. So if you find that even with careful attention to your food and your diet, the fat stays on, this is a warning sign that your body needs deep cleansing to purify itself. Good. All right. Thank you, Teachable. Teach Me Style. I am going to reach out to you. I love your interaction. This is what I'm talking about. I'm getting so much positive energy. This is what I'm talking about. If you were to get a prize for participation, your name says it all, Teachable Spirit. I don't know if I got that right, but that's the participation that we want. We know a lot of persons are not participating, but they are taking in. All right. Hey, John, how you doing? All right. So the body is lined with fatty cells. One of the body's first line of defense against poison is fat. Right? So every part of the body has fatty cells. And what happens is that once the body begins to get an overload of toxin, what the body says, it reasons and says, rather than allowing this fat or this toxin to poison you or to kill you, what it is going to do is send the fat, send that poison into, I'm going to send that poison into the fatty cells. And so what happens is that as you begin to take in toxin, as you begin to take in waste through food, through skincare products, through hair care products, all of these things, as your body begins to get overloaded toxins or poison, what it does is that it sends that excessive poison into what we call fatty cells. The fatty cells continue to expand, they continue to expand, and you continue to put on weight, and you continue to put on weight. And so that is the reason why I don't support cosmetic weight loss programs. A lot of persons ask me, what can I do? What can I lose weight? How I know, right? I'm going to address that. How do I know? Yeah, how do I, what do you have for weight loss? I tell them I don't have anything for weight loss. I don't believe in taking products for weight loss. That is cosmetic medicine. I don't believe in cosmetic medicine. I believe in holistic medicine. And so what happens is that you may take a product, or you may buy a pill, or you may buy a potion, or you may buy a lotion, and you may take a product, and what happens is that you lose that weight for about a month, but then it comes back on. Because what happens is that unless you are detoxifying, unless you are doing something to expel that toxin, have you ever tried it? Buck fast diet. All right, thank you, Jody. Once you begin to detoxify, one of the natural results of detoxification is that you are going to lose weight. Hence, a lot of persons who come to our retreat end up losing weight even though they didn't come with an intention to lose weight. It wasn't a part of their agenda. It was the fact that they couldn't walk. It was the fact that they had, swollen legs. It was the fact that they couldn't control their diabetes. It was the fact that they had cancer. All types of ailments. But once you get into a program that deals with the toxin, then what you are going to experience is weight loss as a natural result of that. So, one of the signs that you need to detoxify is you have gained weight and it's not going anywhere. Alright, so once you have that, then you need to detoxify the colon. And once you get on a proper detox program, then what you're going to find is that weight loss is going to be natural. I also want to say that for us here in Jamaica, a lot of persons, and this is the reason why it's very important to address the mind, a lot of persons who come to our retreat come and go back home losing weight, and their families will say, boy, you look sick, you look worse, because their comparison of what your weight adjustment is is being measured against what you normally look like. Now in Jamaica, fat is synonymous with being healthy. So somebody will tell you, boy, you look fat and nice. Like they look fat and nice. And if you begin to lose weight, then they say, boy, you look sick. So in Jamaica, losing weight for most persons is associated with being sick, whereas being fat is associated with being healthy. And so a number of persons have that cosmetic thing about them, I'm going to talk about sea moss, because sea moss is also one of the products that we use during our retreat. It's a very powerful product. It has over 102 of the 104 minerals that the body needs. And so it's also one of the programs that we use to keep persons' body real hunger and habitual hunger, because while going through the program, while going through the process, it's an intense process that will allow persons to go through hunger as well. But the sea moss is one of those compounds that we use to ensure that on a cellular level, we know that your nutrients is there. So another thing that you will experience is that you will feel generally tired, or you will experience fatigue. That is one of the signs that your colon needs to cleanse. So in the morning, there's a sense of excitement for the day, but as you progress in the day, that feeling becomes depleted and you feel tired, and you just feel as if you can't make it. It is because of the demineralized foods that you're having. Thoughts on the coronavirus and its effects on toxins in the body. All right. Already it's 29 minutes. So that is the reason why I'm doing a series. It's a pre-recorded series. It's called the COVID-19 Natural Alternative Protocol. You need to look out for that series. In the first 7 episodes, I talk about the scriptural, basically the scriptural premise, the scripture being a credible source for dealing with COVID-19. Well, in the next episodes, I talk about 21 foods that you should avoid during self-quarantine. 21 foods that you should avoid, and 21 foods that you need to ensure to eat during COVID-19. A lot of persons have COVID-19 concerns, and we are going to be dealing with COVID-19 concerns in an upcoming series, in a present series that is running. So you can search out my videos and you can find it. It's about a 7-part series, and each series is broken down into about 7 segments. All right, but your food is your medicine, and your medicine should be your food. All right, so another number 3 reason, or number 3 sign that you need to detoxify the body is somehow your body's clock has gone haywire. You toss and you turn at night. The sleep you have is light and you feel restless. You're not dreaming. Your mind churns as you lie awake in the wee hours of the morning. You wake up feeling stiff, sometimes with pains in your joints and muscles. That's another sign that your body needs to, your colon needs to be detoxed. All right. So all of that, not having a full night's sleep, not feeling rested, sometimes waking up at 1, 2 o'clock, can't go to sleep, tossing and turning, restless. That's another sign that the colon needs to be cleansed. Remember, we're going to be looking at 5 other parts of the body. Most persons only know about the colon. We're going to be looking at the liver. We're going to be looking at removing physical particles from the liver and removing chemicals from the liver, heavy metals and so on. We're going to be looking at cleansing the blood for persons who have itching, psoriasis, and a number of other ailments. We're going to share with you just how to know which of those 6 detox that you need to do. Number 4, you have minor but constant shift towards imbalances. So it could be a sudden case of acne, rash or boil on the skin. Perhaps you keep sneezing, a small dry cough. Your skin might be dry and appears to be wrinkled. Your hair is dull, especially for women. If you're having dull or thinning hair increasingly, then that's a sign that there's a toxin overload. And a lot of that toxin also is parasites. We haven't even spoken about parasites. Parasites invading the system. Parasites are literally eating us alive. And that's one of the reasons why this colon parasite product is so powerful. Because one thing about parasites is that they have found a way to adapt, to live inside the body. And that is, in their embryonic stage, parasites have what is called a protective barrier around the eggs that are resistant to most products. And so one of the ingredients in this colon parasite cleanse is a product called cloves. Very powerful. Apart from balancing the insulin, cloves destroys that outer membrane and allows products like the wormwood and all of those products to go in and to destroy those parasites. Remember, parasites are very short life cycle, and so any parasite cleansing program cannot just be a 1 day or 2 day. It has to be designed so that it can attack and destroy the parasite in its various stages in the body. All right. So if you're having constant shift towards imbalances, if you're having acne, rash, or boil on the skin, if you're having dry cough, if you're having wrinkling, if your hair is dull, all of these are signs that your colon needs cleansing, because the toxins in the body is peaking. The toxins in the bodies are growing. And as I said, a number of these toxins, you know, we are the one that literally poisoning ourselves. We are literally poisoning ourselves, and we are literally poisoning our children. You know, I wasn't able to do the 21 foods. The 21 foods that you need to avoid during self-quarantine. For example, foods, a number of the foods that parents brought home for their children were foods that squarely put their children at risk. We're talking about products that are made from cheese, and products that are made from devitalized waste products from cheese, products that are from dairy, products that contain what we call high fructose sugar. A number of foods that literally weaken the body's immune system, creates immense levels of acidity, and forces the body to produce loads upon loads of mucus. All right, so a number of persons are predisposing themselves, they are poisoning themselves, they are killing themselves. One of my solutions to issues like COVID-19, and we've been preaching this not since COVID-19, but before COVID-19, is we've been preaching and telling persons to bring their body to an alkaline state. I'm sick and tired of people thinking and believing that what they need is herbs. I know and I respect Dr. Sebi very much. He's virtually a mentor to me, and rightfully so. And he speaks about products like Contribo, he speaks about products like Pavana, he speaks about products. And there are persons who are busy that are just looking for these herbs. I want you to understand, there are no mono herb, no mono solution in nature. There are no mono solution, there are no mono nutrient plant in nature. Everything that our Creator made for us, He made it in abundance. So whatever the Contribo can do, there are many other herbs that can do it. Whatever Pavana can do, there are many other herbs that can do it. There are many herbs that can remove mucus, many herbs that can boost the immune system. These herbs are not the problem. What is our big problem is the food, the raw material, the food that the body now needs to use that herb and to help you to better boost your immune system and to get better. So what I'm saying to persons is that your medicine should be your food. It is for that reason why one of my projects is, and it's in this series that I'm doing, one of my projects is I'm going to be featuring natural alkaline indigenous foods, because there are a number of plants, there are a number of wild edible plants that we need to go back to. I'm talking about like jokoto. I mean, this is amazing. So there are some foods that grow wild, especially here in Jamaica, that boost your immune system. I'm talking about foods like fat marrow. Some of you guys watching may know what I'm talking about. These are plants that taste even better than domesticated vegetables. So I'm going to be spending some time and doing a small booklet on that, helping persons to identify those foods in their raw states, and I'm going to be doing some videos showing persons how to prepare them. All right? So your food should be your medicine, your medicine should be your food. Herbs only serves as a raw material for the body to heal itself. If you have the best raw material in the world, and if you have the poorest carpenter or the poorest builder, those herbs, those raw material is worth nothing. And if you have the best raw material in the world and you have a poor carpenter or skilled tradesman, then the effects are equally going to be bad. So there has to be a balance between the herbs that you're taking, but there also has to be a balance between the body and the state that you keep the body is in, and it also has to do with the mind. I mean, 38 minutes, this was supposed to be 20 minutes short, but I'm just so excited. I'm just so blown away. I love the feedback. I don't know who this person is, but she's just blowing up our comments, and we love that, because this is the type of energy that we want. I'm looking for crusaders. I'm looking for persons, and if you reach out to me, I'm going to share with you just how. I'm looking for crusaders who can help me to get this message out. You know, when the Western medicine came to Jamaica, we were taking care of ourselves. When they went to Africa, we were taking care of ourselves. We had the skills, we had the herbs, and what happened was that when they came to Jamaica, what they did was that they attacked our healers, the persons that have been healing us for years, who did not have that science base, who did not have that biology and that chemistry knowledge. What they did was that they convinced our people to think that these persons didn't know what they were doing. And so what I'm perturbed about, what I'm mad about, what I'm angry about is that we got sucked into it. These traditional healers that were healing us, what happened was that we didn't respect them, we didn't validate them, and they died with valuable information. Now that we are 50 years into Western medicine, realizing the side effects, realize how it is affecting us, guess what? We can't go back to those persons that were taking care of us, because we allowed them to die without taking from them valuable information. And that is the reason why I am on a journey. What is my journey? My journey is to help Jamaica is to restore the knowledge of herbs and herbs uses. And so I want you to help me to get this message out. Every Monday I do a video. When I finish recording now, when I finish presenting now, I'm getting ready to go into the forest, and I'll be preparing to do some herbally speaking videos. I want to help Jamaica to be able to identify. Why? Because natural medicine is the poor man's medicine. Natural medicine is the poor man's medicine. That was the medicine. That is the medicine that the average Joe, the average guy has access to. And so there has to be an emphasis on it. There has to be an emphasis on helping our people to take responsibility for their health. And I'm going to share with you how you can help me to get this message out, how we can get hundreds of persons on these live stream sessions so that we can share this information with them. And then number six is you don't feel emotionally well. When you have parasites in your gut, when you have parasites in your system, they literally affect the way you think. For example, there are parasites that love sugar. That basically these parasites secrete chemicals. Can you imagine? These parasites secrete chemicals from out of your system into your body, giving you a hunger and giving you a crave for sweets. That's how powerful these parasites are. They literally can affect the way you think. They literally can affect the way you think. And so fatigue, feeling lethargic, feeling insomnic, feeling mental and emotional imbalance in your state of mind. You find it difficult to focus at work. You may feel low. Even when there is no obvious cause, you may experience depression. You may also experience anxiety, nervousness, insecurity, general moodiness. Cleansing could help you get back in the groove. And all of these signs are signs that you need to cleanse your colon. Yeah, I may sound a bit crazy because I'm very passionate about what I'm sharing. So I want to reach out to you. Teach me to style. Teach me to style. Teach me to style. I love that. And teach me to style. John Duffy. Okay, Monday, looking forward to it. All right, so I want to reach out to you. I want to create a team of crusaders, and we want to see how we can impact our people. Most of the sicknesses that affects us. I'm talking about humans, are highest among black persons than any other people group in the world, and there's a reason for that. When you look at the obesity, when we look at what is happening among our people, when we look at the prostate, enlarged prostate, when we look at fibroids, when we look at cancer, all of these ailments that we look at, they are highest among black persons than any other people group. And I don't want to be racist here, but it's just a fact. And there's a reason for that. Right? There is a reason for that. So I want you to help me. One of the things I can ask you to do is, what I've been asking persons to do, is to pretty much get your phone and create what I call a broadcast. And so what I want to do is that when I send out this link to you, I want you to forward this link into that broadcast. I want you to create a broadcast on WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp, just go to the settings, hit broadcast, and just begin to add persons that you think need to get this information. Once you've added those persons, each morning that you get this link, just forward. I don't know if you want to call that broadcast wellness report or wellness broadcast, whatever it is, so that you can identify. And when we send these links out to you every morning, just forward it to that WhatsApp broadcast, and by doing so, you're going to be helping us. To get this information out to hundreds of persons. All right, so wonderful. These are the signs that tell you that you need to do a colon cleanse. And as I said, that you can also visit, if you want to do a consultation, tell your friends. If you want to tell your friends, if you have friends that need issues, that have issues with health and healthcare, then we offer free 15 minutes consultation. You can look at the link is in the description, maybe not the description, well, because we have some technical issues, you won't see it in the description now, but as soon as this recording is done, I'm going to put it in the description, all the information, so you can send it out and so that you can participate with what we have. I want to thank you for being on this live with me. I hope that what I shared was of use to you. All right, yeah, we can get you CMOS. I've realized that just even yesterday I saw one of my suppliers, and he said that there were some Chinese that came into the area and literally camped out. Listen to me. They camped out, pitch camp in the woodlands, because all of our herbs are organically grown. Went in the woodland and they pitched tent, and basically they harvested out over nearly 5,000 pounds of sarsaparilla. And we've been noticing that there's a high spike in the price of CMOS. A number of these minerals, I believe that they're getting onto them. They're realizing the effects. We harvest herbs in a sustainable way. We will never harvest to the point that it harms the environment, because we know that we need to respect the environment as well. But for some of those persons that are reaching out to me, you can reach out to me and from our website, 876herbs.com. That's our retail and wholesale herbal site. So you can go there and you can access whatever products you need from that. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. As I said, I have to go. I'm getting ready right now to shoot some videos, some herbally speaking videos for upcoming episodes. It was nice having you. I am glad you are here with us. I'm hoping to see you on Monday and tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we will be back on, and we'll be looking at another very interesting questions. We'll be featuring some other interesting herbs from our 876.com catalog and our HallelujahLifestyle.com catalog. So until tomorrow, this is Dr. Ben Israel saying, your health is your responsibility, and the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.